So in this video, I'm gonna demonstrate my lab2. So as you can see, here's my virtual machine interface. So let me put up the terminal. So for lab2, the main purpose was for us to practice different kind of tools to kind of scrape data from the internet. So our team, our main domain is history, and there are three subdomains, which are American history, Mexican history, and Canadian history. So my job is to find one data set for each domain. For American history, I found a CSV format data set. For Canadian history, I found a ASCII text format data set. And for Mexican history, I got a PDF extracted and saved as CSV file. So let's look at the scripts that help me to do that. Let me see. For the US history, I used this code. To scrape the data from Kaggle, and as required by the PDF, the lab requirement, I used Kaggle API to achieve this instead of like directly scraping the data from the internet. I basically requested a Kaggle API key and save it as a targeted directory. So I can now use Kaggle package and import the Kaggle API. So this basically authenticate my Kaggle key value pairs, basically my username and my key. So I'm able to gain access to Kaggle's data sets directly. So now I use the Kaggle API to download the data set that I'm interested, which is the history of mass shootings in the USA. And as you can see, data set, this allows me to save the Kaggle CSV data set to my intended directory. So now let's look at the second domain, which is Canadian history. I used this one. So I basically used this code to scrape the HTML website. So here I basically I'll only get the data from a specific section. That allows me to leave the advertisements and other irrelevant section of the website there. I only scrape the data of the targeted section. So here the targeted section is in main ID equals main content. I parsed it and saved it as the CSV file. Yep. So moving on, let's look at the last one. So this code basically allows me to use this PDF tools to scrape the content of a web PDF, parse it, and also save it as a CSV data set on my intended directory. So let's go back to data directory. As you can see, I have the Canadian history CSV saved, Mexican history CSV saved, also the history of mass shootings in the USA CSV file saved. Lastly, let's look at the data exploration code. The data exploration basically allows us to see some very basic information about the data sets. Uh, I can see the first few records of the data set, how they actually look like. Also using the head function, I can see the shape and the size of the data set through this data exploration Python file. Yeah, those are basically my raw source codes. So basically my source codes for my lab. There are also some group brainstorming and collaboration for the first three parts of the homework, and the for part four and part five we did it individually, and I did my source codes. I wrote my lab report, and that's it. Thank you.